West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
A very good morning to you watching West Nile Television, wherever you're catching the show live from. My name is Dennis Oringi and this is Kokoliriko. It is 13th of March 2023 and you're most welcome for the program, the Kokoliriko Show on West Nile Television. We are coming to you live from the heart of Arua City, plot number 39A, Weatherhead Park Lane, just next to the Presidential State Lodge, right here in Arua City, West Nile Sub-Region. Wherever you are catching the show live from, if you're in the capital city of South Sudan, and that is the Juba City, a very good morning to you. Not forgetting those who are catching us around the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Those who are catching us live from the city of Gulu, good morning. Moshoni ninku kutoka pindi matim dana wa matika na ki lamo agago ketgum kabiri mapapat mashara moro man nuaya tamone wunbono uchoma be kutoka pindi matina jule mana ni program ngi wona ko holere ko program ni chuo miko diko mawakili lok ngoma na tika time lobo megwa mi Uganda ento wa chawo lok ngo manoti kateme tung West Nile man ki ngo manoti kateme tung kumala me Uganda man ku teng Uganda mapapat ma shala to mi bunyoro te mi lao te mi soroti te mi karamoja te mi mbale ka chel ki Kampala man ki ngo manoti kateme tung rakitura yikunyu man ku kabedi mapapat atamani uchuo mabe mando road batika meteki gwo ko mabe wa forward la twitch pian kie kedwa sawa kishawa no one wati ka kero gano mengwa ikome embe no tiga kero gano mega ikomwa no wamete kilego rola chwech no bedi kara bigwa wa for chwech bigwa ho api de ko de opinion matin mana tamani ya jemene wenti ka warna be ke teme tung bore kenyu those were catching us live from Bunyoro. Good morning in the district of Dabulisa Hoi Mamasi in the Kiridongo, and not forgetting those in Chenjenjo, and not forgetting those in Chegegwa as well. And thank you very much for always being with us and watching West Nile Television. Those who are catching us live from the Jinja City, thank you very much for being part of this particular show. And those in the capital city of this country, Uganda, in Kampala, thank you very much for waking up together with us this morning. We do appreciate you very much. And not forgetting my brothers and sisters, Mipakwash, Nebi Zombo, Wai, Nenedi Kugwana, Pinino Matin, Danamatika, and Wakudi Arua, Kende Wafo, Ruat Mongo, Niketu, Uai, Kugwana, Pinino Matin, and them. All right, dear viewer, you have to know that later on I will be having one-on-one with Job Richard MATUA, and it will be playing on your screen right there. I was able to catch up with Job Richard MATUA right here in Arua City, and you know who Job Richard MATUA is. He's a gentleman who has been the lead petitioner when we talk about the NSSF saga in this particular country, and because of his ambition of finding out how service money is not being properly used has really caused the select committee that was formed by the Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, led by the Ambara East Division Member of Parliament Winnie Parker to lead that particular committee. And the report recently was tabled on the floor of Parliament for discussion, and you will be able to hear from Job Richard MATUA whether he has welcomed the report of the select committee or he has some issues with the committee's report. More of that will be coming in the one-on-one conversation that I had with Job Richard MATUA. But before that, allow me to tell you what you need to know this morning, that you have to know. Last week, the members of Parliament from West Nile Sub-Region in their caucus, called West Nile Parliamentary Caucus, together with the West Nile Development Association, WENDA, they were able to have a consultative meeting at the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, in one of the boardrooms there at Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. And their discussion, majorly, is preparing to welcome the President of the Republic of Uganda, and what are some of the issues that should be presented before the President of the Republic of Uganda on 29th to 30th, that the President of the Republic of of Uganda will be visiting Western Sub-region in his regional tour of preaching wealth creation to the people. So that is something that you need to know, that our members of parliament finally they were able to sit together and agree on some of the issues. And I will be able to disclose for you some of those issues that they were able to agree together with the Wenda leadership right there. And you have to know currently the Wenda leadership is being led by the LC5 chairperson of Moyo district, and that is none other than Williams Anyama, who is the LC5 chairperson Moyo district, deputized by the LC5 chairperson Pakwash district, Honorable Omito Robert Steen, and they have a very good leadership, both political and also technical. And you have to know that the technical department is being led by Moses Odims right here. He's one gentleman who is so technical when it comes to West Nile affairs, and he understands the issues that we have here in this region called West Nile. And I will be able to have interviews with them in understanding West Nile problems and what can be the solutions to the problems that are facing people here in West Nile, and how can we use the local problems and get the local solutions to these local problems that we do have before crying out to those that are out of West Nile, because I believe that the heads that we have in this region are able to think for the region before we do a consultative meetings with other people who are outside this particular region. There are different WhatsApp groups. If you are to follow the conversations and the submissions that are being given by different scholars in different aspects, they are good in dissecting and also digesting on some of the issues that are really facing this region called West Nile. So I believe some of the meetings and also the conversations that we do have on some of these WhatsApp groups are to help to develop this particular region. It's quite unfortunate that we end up sometimes with our discussions on these platforms and we do not practically implement what we discuss on these particular platforms, and that is where I have a problem. If we as leaders, as people who have gone to school, not to the school, we come out openly with some of the solutions to the local problems that we do have, trust me, West Nile would have really moved very far. There are people who are really gifted when it comes to analyzing issues of this particular region. It's quite unfortunate that the conversations end up on WhatsApp and are not practically implemented by both the technical and the political leadership that we have from this particular region. And I believe from the meeting that the West Nile Parliamentary Caucus that is being chaired by the Member of Parliament for Ora County, Honorable Lawrence Songabika, this particular caucus will be able to front some of the issues on behalf of the people from this particular region. And some people have been saying that they believe that this time around, if the President of the Republic of Uganda comes, people will not be able to present their selfish interests. They will be able to present the issues pertaining to the West Nile. We know, and West Nile is a very unique region. For your information, the region that has got different tribes. If you start right from Pakwash, Nebi, Zombo, and this is Alur sub-region, according to me, because they speak the language that they understand. And are you aware that there are some people who don't understand the language spoken by the Lugbara people, and they stay in Alur, and they're all in the same region called West Nile. And there are some of Kakwa who would not understand Lugbara as well, and also we have some Aringa that they have their own language, and how do they do their things? Also, they do understand among themselves. We have the Madi sub-region, right from Madio Kolo, talking about Tobongi, Moyo, Germany, and this are another districts that we have in another sub-region, and this is how unique West Nile is. And when you are discussing West Nile issues, you shouldn't only focus at Arua City, maybe at the Greater Lugbara land, but you should also be able to poke your nose in on the issues that are really also happening in Alur sub-region as well. And also you have to balance up with the districts that are in Madi sub-region, the district of Ajumani, Moyo, Obongi, Madiokolo, and if you discuss issues to do with West Nile and you leave out some of these sub-regions, I have to tell you that you'll have problem at the end of the day. So I believe that the West Nile Parliamentary Caucus, they're able to bring on board cross-cutting issues that focus on all the sub-regions that we have in this region called West Nile. And some members of parliament are trying to say that why can't we have a minister in charge of West Nile, or we have West Nile as a region, not as a sub-region. We should not belong to northern Uganda. We should really belong to our own region. And this is one discussion that is really going on, and you need to know for your information. And away from that, last week was full of parish development model activities where ministers, the technical people from the parish development secretariat, they were able to traverse the whole districts that we have in this region. Some districts, they were able to have the launch of the disbursement of the revolving fund to the beneficiaries of the parish development model. I know of a district called Zumbu, where the sub-counties that we have in Zumbu, they were able to present the beneficiaries to receive the revolving fund, and that particular functions were really officiated by the State Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Grace Freedom Kuyushin, who is the daughter of the soil, and she was able to speak in the local language that the people of Zumbu understands. And I believe that the people of Zumbu, you were able to pick some message or some messages from the State Minister for Northern Uganda in as far as parish development model is concerned. There were a number of questions that the locals were able to raise, and the beauty is that she was not alone. She was together with the technical people from the district and the technical people from the PDM secretariat, and I believe that the people of Zombo, you are able now to understand what PDM means. And I love the message that she put to the people of Zombo, that can 200,000 be able to chase poverty? Alibu dakario eromoria moshane. Alibu dakario te mukudango anyoya milwaro de samu kende isakul waranya shion sene matromo tu alibu dakario dembe. Edo ndi washine oga million a shell. Kemi doria moshane at least million a shell te voba. Yan ko getting alibu dakabish nyoy iwelo koti enkawa. Itingu nyo samu kende alifu dakario iketo yabu irikupodu nongido ko alifu dakabora ikuma alifu dakabora nonga alifu dakario iwele kuko diketi podu alifu dakachel iketo bidoy eru nongo nongiri amushano ngo ajikane tabe gamne ne ya sham utie kane shek iri sham utie pasha wiyo sham yengo kordo swa ingiri no musende ko ko nongo tie jeba kani woki center na yole wok ni dana mi vob yole beru da yole luongo pe mako kom yo muko kori penji washe jara furu makon wang sokuli apare e donc gamale fi dakario ki chalolon e konyungo museveni tekene washi ne yo makwari mushan an chan ene wara moria mun wangango wadi ko shingwa karashelo ineno kitima mako wabed kukare miria mokosha nene. So the parish development model is a very good program, and I urge the technical people and the political people, please let us work together to see how we can really promote this program, how we can make the people understand the program in a very simple term without bringing those technical words to confuse the people. Let it be very simple for a person who is poor and is being targeted in this particular program to benefit. As simple as that. Let us not be bringing more technical terminologies to confuse the beneficiaries. Let's make it very simple. That is money, and for you to qualify, you have to get a form from your group and then fill in. Let the executive approve that yes, the money that Oringi Dennis has really requested for, he will be able to pay back at the end of the schedule of the loan repayment. As simple as that. And let the person use the money properly and supervise. You understand? Go move around and see whether the person is using the money for the right purpose. Yeah, as human beings, sometimes we fall short of glory from God, and we can be confused by some little amount of money that we get. But we need to always stand together to see that we support one another. So that is something that I can really tell you this morning. But dear viewer, you have to know that I will be able to have Job Richard MATUA on one-on-one right there. It is a pre-recorded program, and let's go for a break. And when we come back, you will be having Job Richard MATUA and I on this particular show, the Kokoliriko show, in an interview that I conducted with him. Have the best of your morning. Thank you very much. If you don't see me again on your screen, you will be able to see me again tomorrow, and continue watching Western Television. More of the Kokoliriko show for Monday's edition. Today, 13th of March 2023, will be coming shortly after the break. Good morning.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Miss Uganda 2023 finale. The wait is over. 470 contestants, 21 finalists, one big stage. Who will be the next beauty queen? The battle for the crown is on. This is the most beautiful showdown, the most unpredictable competition. Miss Uganda 2023 Grand Finale on March 18th, live on MATUA TV at 8 p.m. only on Star Times. Miss Uganda 2023, beauty beyond looks.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Thank you very much, dear viewer, for watching West Nile Television. My name is Dennis Oringi. Today I have an exclusive interview with Job Richard MATUA, and he is a man who has been making news in our country, Uganda, and even internationally, and he's one person who was able to stand with the Ethiopians during the Tigray war, and he is a man who has been awarded by the Ethiopian ambassador here in Uganda. He is a senior NRM cadre 311, and he is also a person who has been behind fighting corruption in this country. If you have heard about NSSF saga, he has been the lead petitioner in that NRM saga, and you have to know that he has also been one person who has been standing with the Karamoja during this time that the discussion is about the iron sheets. I have him here at the Hotel Le Confidential here in Arua City, Western Sub-Region. Welcome back home, Job Richard MATUA.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother Dennis Oringi.
Thank you.
It is a big pleasure to be interviewed by West Nile TV.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
feel very, very pleased, and I feel at home.
It's our pleasure as well.
And I also I thank our Minister Evelyn Anite for putting us such a wonderful place.
Okay.
It's a very beautiful place, and I have loved it.
Thank you. Dear viewer, you have to know that our discussion will be a national discussion. It will not be this local discussion. It's going to be national discussion and international discussion. We would love to hear from Job Richard MATUA what motivated him to be an outstanding person in this country in as far as service delivery is concerned, and also issues to do with the accountability, more especially public accountability. He is a senior NRM cadre, as I did mention, but one person would be saying, how can a senior NRM cadre be able to fight its own government that is in power? More of that he will be able to tell us, but let's start from there. Who is Job Richard MATUA?
Very good. My people of Western Nile, whereas my brother Dennis has said we shall have a national or international conversation, which is true, it is indeed very important for me to speak to you first. I am one of your own. MATUA Job Richard, somebody from here, Lamilanyo here, Kijomoro sub-county in Maracha district, which is the greater Arua. I am a leader of a coalition of NRM cadres and fierce patriots of Uganda, and Pan-Africanists, by the way. People who believe in a better Uganda for all. That is our ideology, our philosophy, our modus operandi. So when you ask me who MATUA is the leader of a coalition of NRM cadres that believe in a better Uganda for all. We believe in a Uganda that should be good for every Ugandan.
So you're telling us that there are some NRM people who don't believe in this principle that you believe.
If you have an NRM person who steals the iron sheet for a poor Karamojong, is that person really wishing well to the other Karamojongs?
Okay.
Does that person really think about a better Uganda for all? If you have another NRM person who steals money meant to deliver services for the ordinary people in the villages, in the districts, is that person really thinking in the direction we are taking of a better Uganda for all? Definitely not. Thank you.
So let's get to the NSSF. What motivated you to pick up on that particular matter of the NSSF?
Very good. My viewers, my people of Western Nile, number one, I am a server with the NSSF since 2011. That's one. I serve with the NSSF. You get me?
Yeah.
Yes. So I have deep interest in the affairs of NSSF because that's where my savings are. That's where my pension is. You get me? So there's no way I will keep quiet when I hear about wrong things happening in NSSF. So as a saver, I must intervene. That's one. Two, I am an aspiring national leader. You are aware that I'm aspiring as the national vice chairperson of NRM for Northern Uganda to replace the late Jacob Olanya. So I must demonstrate my ability to stand for the issues affecting the people of Uganda. Indeed, I am deeply interested in acid washing of this country to free it from the yoke of local imperialists, the corrupt people.
So what is wrong with NSSF?
One, there's a gross mismanagement with NSSF. I can tell you this. You find in the gross mismanagement, even you have the managing director who does not even follow the decisions of the board. You get me? You have a managing director who has a deep influence pendulum in the contracts and the procurement, influencing them in a negative direction. You heard the minister said that she was being pressured to buy a land of 400 billion in Nachigalala, in Kajansi. By the way, the land they want to buy at 400 billion is a land which is 400 acres. Literally, they wanted to buy every acre at 1 billion, my brother. in what? In Kajansi, Nachigalala. Now, somebody whose duty is supposed to be to guide, to protect the interest of the servant, was instead failing the interest of the servant.
And who is that person? Or who are those?
Mr. Richard Bierugaba, the former managing director.
But he has the board that supervises it.
And he had overpowered the board. I demonstrated that in the committee with an evidence. So the board was his puppet. The board was under his armpit. So he was supervising both the board and the management, ran affairs in his own way, with total impunity. I said that? Yes. So too, NSSF is not working for the servers. You and me are serving with the NSSF. How does NSSF help to solve your pain points now, the pain point of Ugandan workers? My brother, the Ugandan workers is suffering from the following. One, school fees for the children, treatment for the children, rent. Ugandan worker is renting. Transport. What kind of program that NSSF undertake, the project that NSSF undertake to help build affordable houses for Ugandan servants? The houses they are building in Loboa, can I tell you, 5-bedroom is going at 3.5 billion Ugandan ceiling. Bank of Uganda my people of Western Bank of Uganda did a survey, did a research. Bank of Uganda found that in Uganda, 99% of the workers earn less than 1 million. Less than 1 million. Of this 99%, 60% earn 200,000 and below. Now here is a worker paid 200,000, not receiving any privilege of health insurance, transport allowance, housing allowance, who is struggling to live life within the 200,000 budget. Now this is the same Ugandan worker who is saving through the nose in NSSF. How does this fund help to solve the pain point of Ugandan worker? Social security is not about after retirement. Retirement is a process. Even now, there is social insecurity Ugandan workers are facing. How does NSSF address those pain points? That's my concern. Yes.
So Parliament was able to form a select committee to investigate this matter.
Yes.
And last week, the committee chairperson was able to table this report.
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the report?
First of all, it was me who had to pressure Parliament to form a committee.
Through the petition? In
one of the televisions where I was, actually I called the Parliament silence over the issue criminal. Because Parliament is supposed to stand for the people. Indeed, the Speaker constituted a select committee chaired by MP for Mbarara South, that's the Honorable Mwini Mpaka, and the committee did a good job. I want to really commend the work the committee did. Within 2 weeks, the committee came up with the almost 500 pages report. You get me? Which was very, very commendable. It made very good findings, very good observations, and also good recommendations. However, there were recommendations I did not like.
Like?
One, I disliked the recommendation to take NSSF back to Ministry of Finance. It was in the Ministry of Finance where NSSF was most abused, my brother.
What was the abuse like?
A minister there was earning 1.2 billion from NSSF.
From NSSF.
In fact, I wanted to demonstrate that when I appeared in the committee.
Apart from the salary that is being paid by the government?
Yes. No, the minister is not supposed to earn any salary, just a supervisor of NSSF. But was earning what? 1.2 billion per annum. In more than 5 years, that's almost more than 10 billion. You get me? All the poor investment decisions taken, like Loboa Housing Estate, the Penson Tower, these were decisions taken when the fund was under Ministry of Finance. The money paid to Noto and the COFTO. You get me? The money paid to the board chairperson. All the wrong decisions, financial decisions which were taken, leading to loss of workers' money, took place when Ministry of Finance was supervising it.
Was committee aware of this?
Yes. How do you then return the fund to the very person who kept quiet as the fund was being abused the most?
The same lion?
Yes. How do you know? Is that a sound decision? In fact, that decision, if it is implemented, I will not allow that decision to take place. I will fight it, even if it means going to court, even if it means to mobilize all the workers of Uganda to resist it, I will do so.
That is one.
Yeah, two.
Yes.
I find issues with the decision that the minister of labor should resign. This is the minister who blew the whistle, who actually wrote to IGG enumerating 17 grounds she wanted IGG to investigate NSSF management about. And the committee, land which has questions, land which has conflict. It is the same minister who rejected the $1 million US dollar project. You get me? NSSF management wanted to build a court for judiciary called labor court, which the judiciary did not even request for. The judiciary did not indeed do it. What, $1 million US dollars? It is the same minister who rejected that. Now, this minister, it is the same minister who wants NSSF to be expanded. You get me? To be expanded to bring more savers so that we can attain 50% of the working age group of Ugandans saving with the NSSF.
And tell the Ugandans.
You get me? So my brother, this is same minister who wants this one here, this compliance to be improved. Compliance, fellow Ugandans, compliance is standing at 51%. What does it mean? There are very many companies that deduct employees' money, but they don't remit it to NSSF. I'm not sure whether you are the remitter, you will find out. Eh? And I will need to find out. So actually, there are companies which deduct the money, they don't remit it. There are companies that use the banks to deduct it. There are banks like Equity Bank. Equity Bank deducts the money, and it doesn't also remit it. Well, can you imagine?
So where does the money go?
They use it. Illegal. It is a criminal. In fact, the law imposes charges on that. So now, are you saying that? So you cannot tell me this minister who stood all the intimidation and saved the workers the money, you want to crucify her because of the alleged 6 billion which she did not take, 6 billion which is supposed to be used by NSSF, which she demanded NSSF to the budget to increase the to improve compliance, to increase the number of savers so that we can bring more of the 17 million Ugandans who are in working age group but not saving with NSSF. We only have 1.7 million people in the database of NSSF saving with NSSF out of 17 million people. So the 6 billion the minister is asking for NSSF to go into this company, to go into this hotel, to go into these farms, to go into these schools, to register the workers which are there, or in the media houses, to register the workers which are there that are not being contributed NSSF, so that they come and save with NSSF, so that we cover them with social security. My brother, we are working today, we are in youthful age group. Tomorrow we are not working. Fellow countrymen, you are retired without any stream of income. You need money for treatment. You need money to sustain your life. It means the future government will need to mobilize huge money for SAGI, for these elderly people. If the 25,000 per elderly person is becoming difficult, what about in the future when we will have 10 million Ugandans retired without any stream of income? How shall we sustain them? So I don't accept that the minister should resign. In fact, the committee should have thanked the minister. The committee should have condemned the minister for finance, who appointed an illegally nominated board member. Remember, I made the issue of a board member who illegally nominated himself and his girlfriend to go and represent the workers in the board. It was the minister for finance who illegally appointed that man and his girlfriend. Why did the committee not condemn the minister? Why now with hand the minister who blew the whistle, making the committee to come up with all this finding to unearth all this rot? So I have reservation.
So how did you come to know about all this information? Was the Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, in fact, using you to blow this to blow this whistle and petition?
My people of West Nile, if you know the West Nile very well, you cannot use the West Nile against any individual. The people in West Nile stand on the truth and only for the truth. I want to say it categorically clear that the minister did not use me. In any case, I was a leader of the team, a coalition of Uganda that believe in a better Uganda for all. I was the leader of a team. Behind me were people supporting me. None of them was the minister. You
were a leader?
I was the leader of the team.
Had a legal team as well?
It had a legal expert and political strategists who were analyzing everything. So they were seeing me excelling there, but behind me were very critical people. Okay. Actually, one of them is my chief strategist called Dongosema Frederick. She's one of the unsung heroes of this thing. There were very many layers of people. You get me? Including even those in security who were informing me, giving me fact, evidences. Then the other evidences I obtained from government, we obtained legally. I wrote under Access to Information Act. Countrymen and women, my people of West Nile, there is a law called Access to Information Act 2005. And then there is Article 41 of 1995 Constitution of Uganda. Using these two laws, you can apply to get any information from government so long as that information does not lead to breach of security. of the country.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the second one. The third one.
Yes.
Some of the issues that never is not well with you about.
No, these are only two. Okay. We are the one I'm not comfortable with.
All right,
but otherwise, the rest I'm okay with it.
Thank you. Let us come back to West Nile.
Yes.
From the some report that was presented,
yes.
There is the issues to do with West Nile Golf Club. Were you aware of that matter?
West Nile Golf Club is one of the areas where NSSF invested workers' money, which is not bringing a return, which has led to loss of money, about 2 billion.
So do you agree with the committee report?
I agree with the committee finding.
So the IGG should be instituted?
Correct. And they should go ahead and find out how that loss was made, and those responsible should be prosecuted.
So are you seeing hope in the implementation of the committee recommendation?
The committee report will be implemented, like disbanding the board. The committee report will be implemented, and I have seen real hope that NSSF is going to be much better than it was before.
Are you aware that this is not the first time that different committees present report and later on the reports are archived?
I can tell you this one of NSSF, we the workers, the savers, will not keep quiet until every detail of it is implemented. The correct detail are implemented.
I hope you are safe.
I'm very, very safe.
They're not trailing you?
Trailing me? Well, I don't know, but I'm also being very careful with myself. You know, security begins with you being conscious and taking the necessary measures. So I am safe.
So what lessons should Ugandans learn from the fight that you
One lesson is that my people of Uganda, majority of our elites are becoming petty. There was an assumption that NSSF was the best thing that has ever happened for Uganda. That's a lie. You can now see the committee report. It has vindicated me that, indeed, there were a lot of problems in NSSF. Sometimes don't be carried by the PR people make around. Dig deeper to find out what is happening in our government agencies. So that when they are wrong thing, we are able to correct it early. I call it deep acid washing of the system.
Before the NSSF saga could end,
yes,
another issue cropped up.
Yes.
That is the Iron Sheet saga.
Yes.
From the look of things, and
yes,
according to your team
yes,
that you lead,
a better for Uganda.
For Uganda.
Completed the matter of NSSF than for another tragedy to befell the country. Karamoja region has been having insecurity from Karachunas. Karachunas are raiders, the youthful people who raid cattle and other animals. Even the raid goat, the raid chicken from Karamoja region. Government of Uganda wanted to resettle Karamojongs by giving them iron sheets and the goats to start a new economic life line. Needs arose. List of beneficiaries were generated, transmitted to OPM, approved. OPM went on the ground, verified this list. So a budget was initiated of 39.96 billion. This is a fact I want to put before you, countrymen and women. This budget was for exclusive special 18-month intervention in Karamoja, not in Maracha, not in Kakumiro, not in Mukono, not in Alebotong, not in Namisindwa, not in Kabale. 18 months special intervention in Karamoja. So what was this money supposed to do? They were supposed to buy 74,000 goats, local goats, which can withstand the climate of Karamoja. They were supposed to buy 100,000 iron sheets to be distributed to these beneficiaries. Each household was supposed to receive 25 or 20 iron sheets, gauge 28. What happened? Parliament approved the budget, supplementary budget. Money was released by Minister of Finance. Iron sheets were bought. We are not sure whether they bought all the 100,000 iron sheets. Some goats were bought. We are not sure whether they bought all the 74,000 goats, because the information is that they bought only 20,000 goats. And some were bought from areas with the quarantine. Sick goats were bought, which died on arrival. Majority died on arrival. The few iron sheets which were bought were requisitioned by the Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Honorable Mary Chitutu Goretti. And what did she do? She decided to steal the iron sheets, took 6,000 of them. Then he invited her friend to share with them. These other ministers, we are just given these iron sheets by this lady. So therefore, the thief in the question is Honorable Mary Goretti Chitutu. We must call it thief, not even that. I hear some people using romantic word, divert. Countrymen and women, I am tired of corruption in this country. I am very tired. My people of Western Nile, we must stop calling it corruption using romantic language. We must call it actual aggravated theft and deal with it that way, my brother Dennis.
Now, if somebody is to say abuse of office, could that be another...
Abuse of office is another case. It's different from theft.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you see any hope?
Yes.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni taking actions against some of the names that have been mentioned?
I want to inform the people of Western Isle that my president, our leader, is very annoyed. And indeed, soon cabinet reshuffle will take place. Some of these ministers will not appear anywhere again because they have over-embarrassed us. Yes.
Dear viewer, I am having one-on-one with Job Richard MATUA, a senior NRM cadre. He is a patriotic Ugandan. He is a Pan-Africanist, as he always say. And you have to know that he's a man who has been behind the NRM, the NSSF, saga that has been hitting all corners of this country.
Yes.
And this is not the first time you are having him on your screen. You have been watching him making different submissions at different media platforms, and he's a gentleman who hails from West Nile, from Kijomoro sub-county here in Marasha district, and he's one of the fearless Ugandans, I would say, because the matters that he has been able to involve himself into, in as far as finding out deeper what the matter is all about, or the matters are all about, the matters that even the elites that we do have in this country fear to touch. So such are people that we can really celebrate whenever we are talking about Heroes Day celebration.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I believe that this time around, when we are going to celebrate Heroes Day, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni should be able to recognize you.
I don't know, I'm waiting, I don't know, but I'm doing this for the good of my people of Uganda, consistent with my philosophy.
Okay.
Which is a better Uganda for all.
Let's go for a break, and when we come back, remember President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be in Western Sub-Region for the regional tour, as he will be able to monitor the implementation of the parish development model and other issues pertaining West Nile. I will be bringing him home because he's a person who understands West Nile in detail, and he will be able to dissect some of the issues that we have here in West Nile, both positive and also negative as well. Let's go for a break.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Family is not an important thing. It's everything. All family members, children of all ages, ladies in the house, and the big boys. StarTimes gives your family a complete TV entertainment, reliable signals everywhere in the country, standby customer care services, most affordable and convenient subscription. StarTimes, big on global, more local channel, most affordable. StarTimes is with you no matter the situation.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
All right, dear viewer, we'll be back. You're still watching West Nile Television. I am having Job Richard MATUA for this particular special interview that we are having here. I want us to come back to West Nile. Remember, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is expected to be in the region from 29th to 30th of this month of March. And he missed coming last week on Friday and Saturday. And the West Nilers are expecting him on 29th and 30th to be in the region. And top on the agenda will be the parish development model implementation. As you all know, that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in 2022, he was able to launch the parish development model implementation, and that is in Shibuku district in eastern part of this country. And so it is now 1 year down the road that we have been talking about parish development model. I do not know how it is progressing in your district, in your parish, in the sub-counties where you come from, but I want to bring Job Richard MATUA on this matter of the parish development model. From his angle of looks of things, I think he might be able to give us a better opinionated views in as far as PDM implementation is concerned. Yes, thank you. Let me have you on PDM.
Yes.
Do you appreciate the idea of the parish development model? If you do appreciate, why do you appreciate? If you do not appreciate, what are the issues?
First of all, my people of Western Nile, when you voted us, NRM, into power in 2021, that's January 14th, one of the messages of hopes that we brought to you was an idea of parish development model. You get me? So this is the biggest agenda of NRM, the biggest program of NRM for this ongoing term. What is it about? There are 7 pillars of this parish development model. In fact, the totality of it is to make a parish a development center in Uganda. To bring to bring organization to the parish, to bring money to the parish. For the first time, that is the only government program in the 40 years of NRM life where money is coming to the grassroots, direct to the grassroots. Every parish was to receive 100 million, which will be borrowed for production activity to boost production, improve value chain addition, boost the economy. Remember, we are coming from a COVID era where economy had almost collapsed because of the lockdown effect. Disruption is caused by COVID-19 pandemic. Now, unfortunately, I want to say it boldly, because me, I don't lie to you, my people. Unfortunately, this program has been literally delayed by the technocrats. It is not 1 year down the road. This program started in financial year 2021-2022, which ended. Yeah. We are now ending the second financial year without the money reaching to the actual beneficiaries. In a rural city here, the technical people are still struggling to prepare people to receive this money. I asked them on one of the radio stations today how long they want to prepare. They want to prepare people for 10 years, or they want to prepare them until Jesus comes before they will now want them to receive the money. I said that. So this money is very, very important. It is a key government program. The president values it because the ultimate goal of this money is to uplift the poorest of the poor, who are not earning any income, who are just growing crops for consumption, which in Lugwere is the language of the people of the Bagwere in eastern Uganda, which in Lugwere it is called Echida Chonkani, Nakazo Alenia Dule in Lugwara. So it is therefore a very important program. The president takes it very seriously, and I want to warn those who are playing with it that you will really lose your jobs. You will be prosecuted if you happen to fail this program, and we shall condemn you properly. This program is very, very important, and I want all the Western Isles to get deeply involved in it, because Western Isle is among the poorest regions you can talk about. In fact, it's the next to Karamoja region. So therefore, we should be more serious about this money. In fact, our local people should have prepared our people much earlier to receive this money, so that we use this program to move critical mass of our poor people out of poverty bracket. Thank you.
So to the technical people that seems to be failing this program, what should be done?
Technical people in the ministries and even at the local level.
What should be done to these individuals?
I call upon the local political leaders, the councillors, the mayors, the LOC5s, to put these people on pressure, to work with them, to work with technical people, the cows, the town clerks, so that they prepare these people to receive all the money. By the time the president is coming here, I don't want to hear that there is any parish that has not received this money. I don't want to hear, please. I don't want. Anybody who will embarrass us, we shall deal with you thereafter.
What do you see ahead of president's coming?
No, it is very good for the president to come to the region. You can see he's coming. He's even bringing the PDM people from the secretariat to come here. I saw the national coordinator, Honorable Ganabuzi, was here. That's good news. The effect of it will be that our people will receive the money that they were dragging feet on to give them.
How different will be the usage of the money? Because this is not the first time that the government of the Republic of Uganda has rolled out this.
Now there is a challenge. In one of the divisions of Arua City, I'm told a leader is telling the people that the money will be distributed for you at home, don't go and register. Can you imagine? Such kind of misleading statements must be avoided by the leader. This money is supposed to be borrowed by one person. After a year, you return it for another person to borrow. The interest of the government is that by the end of the 5 years, every parish should be having 500 million in their circle, in their parishes, in each parish, so that this money will support the local economy to boost the production, improve value addition. That will be improving the economy of Uganda and the GDP, which currently stands at 48 billion US dollars, the GDP of Uganda.
As Job Richard MATUA, who hails from this region, West Nile, if you're given opportunity to have one-on-one with President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni,
yes,
what are some of the issues that you will be able to present before the president, as far as West Nile affairs is concerned?
The first thing is that I was disappointed with the electricity in West Nile. I arrived in the morning and I had to spend 2 hours in the bus because the place was dark, and I was told thieves take advantage of that to rob people in the city here. So I am very deeply disappointed, and when I return back to Kampala, I want to go to Ministry of Energy and tell these people they should remove Wenereko away from here. In fact, I'm looking for the leaders of Wenereko. If you have their numbers, you share them with me. I am disappointed with Wenereko. Power came and only lasted for 5 minutes and went away. What is that kind of thing? In fact, the light of the stars are even more better in Arua City here than Wenereko electricity. This is very sad, and I rate it to be economic sabotage of my people, and I'm not happy with it. That's one.
Yes.
I will tell the president our people need electricity urgently.
But we're being connected to the national
I am aware the connection is going on, but should not delay. What is the stopgap measure? People are dying in Arua Regional Referral Hospital because of lack of electricity. Have you seen that? What is the stopgap measure as we wait for the national grid electricity to reach us? That's one. Two, there is a need to work on the Arua Regional Referral Hospital to expand it. Because this hospital does not only serve Arua people, Western Nile people, it is serving Congolese, it is serving South Sudanese. There is a need to build another hospital in the city here, and to build another regional hospital maybe in Nebi. And another one in Obongi. You know, Obongi is an island almost. Obongi is almost an island here. Accessing Ajumani, you cross the water. Going to Moyo, you cross the water.
But the government will really say that we have another one in Yumbe.
The one in Yumbe is not working. I'm told they are not. Women from Yumbe are even coming to give birth here in Koboko. Can you imagine? Health Center 4. So there is a need to resource the one in Yumbe, bring the staff, bring the health workers. But I can tell you we need another hospital in Arua here, another regional referral hospital in Nebi to cater for that Greater Luru, and another one in Obongi, because Obongi has a huge number of refugees, and I have told you it is what? A semi-island in Western Nile. Together with the hospital they are building in Koboko, which they should finish very fast, and the regional referral hospital in Yumbe, which they should resource, they should bring equipment, they should recruit the health workers, fund it, to operationalize it. That's one area we should improve in Western Nile. Western Nile need to be having its own affirmative action, my people. Western Nile is a region on its own. It has its own unique challenges. And in fact, Western Nile needs a special affirmative action to solve the problem of dehumanizing poverty in Western Nile.
Are you telling us that we need a minister in charge of West Nile?
Well, if we need to be, let it be. Eh? But I can tell you, Western Nile need a special affirmative action. Then we need the issue of roads, road network in Western Nile. The road from Nebi coming to Vura, the road from Arua City going to Terego, Obongi, Yumbe, I said that, Moyo, I said that, the road from the city here going to Yumbe, I said that. So these roads must be done. This can boost economic activity.
But this has been a song for NRM government. Where is the bottleneck? I
can tell you the money for the road from Koboko to Yumbe to Moyo is already given. It is a World Bank loan. I am wondering why UNIRA is delaying. And they told me, the last time I asked it, they told me the designs are done. You know, they are now at the process of feasibility was done. They are now at the process of mobilizing resources, mobilizing equipment to take to the site. I really need that road to be constructed urgently. That money is there. Even the one from Arua City to Yumbe, it is funded by JICA. The money is there. So I'm wondering why these programs are delayed, these projects are delayed.
If the leaders are not asking the accountability question from those that are in charge.
That all of us interested people in Western Nile, especially the leaders, must follow up. Please follow up. Please follow up. Follow up is very, very important in the governance.
Are we united as leaders, both technically, politically, and also the religious leaders and civil leaders?
Our problem here is disunity. We are fighting local wars at constituency level, at district level. We are fighting each other, pulling each other down, instead of supporting each other to fight for the strategic interest of the region. That's the big problem. So I'm calling upon Western Island to unite. Please unite for once. Unite at least on the common issues affecting the people of Western Nile. When they don't even look at the political affiliation, FDC, NRM, and what. Western Nile problems are universal. They affect everybody. If there is no sunshine here, is it only going to affect an FDC or a NUP? It will affect everybody. If there is no electricity here, I found there was no electricity. I'm NRM 311. I was also heavily affected. I had to charge my phone using generator. My battery may be affected. So Western Nile problems are not political problems. We must not address them using politics. We must put politics aside and unite to solve the common problems affecting our people, to lobby for our people, to advocate for the interest of our region without unnecessary politicization, without unnecessary toxicity, without fighting each other.
It is almost coming to a year that the national vice chairperson NRM Northern Region has not been elected. You seems to be aspiring for that position. What is motivating you to aspire for that position?
Good. First of all, I was the lead campaign chairperson in the media team of Jacob Olanya, the late speaker, the late vice chairperson. May his soul rest in peace. We had a certain program to be implemented in northern Uganda with him. Unfortunately, my people, Jacob Olanya left us without solving that problem, without implementing those projects. Because I was the brain behind those projects, then I said, no, it can only be me who will implement those projects to the dot. The reason I had to step forward. Two, I have political agenda, national political agenda of a better Uganda for all. By the way, one of my agenda is to go and influence policy for gender parity. We have an issue in this country. We have a country, but we don't have a nation. I want to explain this. Every tribal people are in their tribal cocoon. The Alurus, when they are only alone, the Alurus, they talk in their own language. They are more comfortable when they are among themselves. The Lubaras are more comfortable when they are among themselves. The Achulis are more comfortable when they are among themselves. So in fact, Uganda is made up of tribal cocoons. There is a need to form a real nation. To bring a real Uganda. We have a country, but we don't have a nation. How do we solve this?
Don't you think that is also the same problem facing West Nile as a region?
Yes, we must promote deliberate policies, laws to create a nation. If we have a ministry of industry, and in that ministry, if there are only Lugara people working there, is that a tribal ministry of the Lugara? Can we have 25% northern people in that ministry, 25% western, 25% from central, 25% from eastern? Then you can call that Ministry of Uganda. We don't have a national language. Kiswahili is said to be our second official language. Nobody is promoting it. We need a law whereby everybody in Uganda should be encouraged to promote Kiswahili, to speak Swahili, to have a common language. You see, in Tanzania, the very many tribes, there are over 70 tribes in Tanzania. But because all of them are speaking Kiswahili, it is very easy to create a nation. Tanzanians are more united because they speak common language. Even the Kenyan, there are very many tribes in Kenya, but because they speak one language, Kiswahili, it becomes the uniting factor for us, apart from the national anthem and the national symbol. What else is there to unite us? Nothing.
All right, your parting shot as we sign out.
My parting shot is this. My people of Western Nile, please and please wake up from your slumber, from deep sleep. Begin to do production, to produce the things for money. Don't just plant beans because you want to eat them yourself. Grow beans for money. Grow tomato. 70% of tomatoes eaten in Western Nile is coming from Tanzania. Can you imagine? Tomatoes are coming from Tanzania, my people. Can tomatoes grow here in Logiri? In our swamps, can tomatoes grow? Begin to undertake ventures that bring money. We are in a money economy. You don't have money, you will be miserable. You don't have money, you cannot dress well. You don't have money, you cannot look well. You don't have money, you cannot treat children. You cannot treat yourself. You don't have money, you cannot even buy scholastic material, uniforms, and pens for children studying free in UPE. So therefore, money, money, money. Let's begin to work for money in a good way. As the people of Western Nile that sweat to get money, the most thing is embrace PDM, embrace commercial farming, so that we move to money economy and we do away with the poverty in Western Nile. May God bless you. I love you all.
Thank you very much, dear viewer. My name is Dennis Oringi. I have been having Job Richard Matua on these issues. I know we have dissected on numerous issues, and I believe you are able to learn from his submissions. He has been able to clearly make certain things visually very, very closer to your eyes, and you can also pick up from there. It is also good to emulate him and also to follow his footsteps in the fight, more especially corruption is concerned. It's our responsibility to see that we get rid of corruption in this country, because some of the problems that we are seeing are problems that are resulted from the corruption that is eating us up. Have the best of your day. We do appreciate you, and continue watching Western Television. I remain Dennis Oringi.
Thank you very much.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region. West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
All right, dear viewer, you have been able to listen and watch also the one-on-one interview with Job Richard Matua. You have been able to listen to his submission as well. I know you might be agreeing with some of his submissions, and you might be disagreeing with some of his submissions. If you also have your personal opinion and you want to share, Western Television is here to give you the platform, and we give platform for us to discuss issues that matters a lot in our society, and we do appreciate you very much for always being with us. You're still watching Western Television, 21 minutes past 0 over 8 AM right here on Western Television. Kokoliriko show is the show you're watching this morning, and you have to know that we will be able to go up to 8:30 AM right here on Western Television. So my name is Dennis Oringi, and allow me to give you the national updates that you need to know this morning. That is from the Daily Monitor for today, is that the police officer arrested over theft of 32 cars So should we say that those who are supposed to, keep law and order, they are the one trying to break the law and order that we have in this country? It is something that is really baffling each and every person. What you need to know that the thieves target tipper-loaded trucks and saloon cars like Premio, Spacio, and other Toyota brands. That is according to the authorities. So a combined team of police and flying squad members have arrested 6 people, including a police officer, in connection with the rampant theft of vehicles in Kayunga district. Now, according to the police, at least 32 motor vehicles have been stolen in Kayunga district since May last year. To date, the thieves target tipper lorry, trucks, and saloon cars like Premio, Spacio, and other Toyota brands. That is what the authority has said right there. So the arrest followed a protest by drivers in Kayunga district last week, during which they stormed the Kayunga Central Police Station, demanding an explanation why the police had failed to contain car theft. The drivers also accused some police officers of conniving with the car robbers, shouting and driving at least 20 lorries. The motorists stormed the Kayunga Central Police Station, where they demanded to meet the district police commander and the resident district commissioner over the matter. So this is something that you need to know, right, that particular side of Kayunga district as one of the issues in the national stories. Another thing is that Member of Parliament Rukaire petitioned State House unit over his arrest. You have to know that last week this particular Member of Parliament was arrested over the issue of failure to pay the debt that he really borrowed. The legislators, who also doubles as the NRM Party national chairperson for the Entrepreneurs League, was arrested on 1st March after the court issued an arrest warrant over his alleged failure to pay the business debt that he borrowed. Now, you need to know that he is a Member of Parliament for Mbarara City and North, that is in Mbarara City. Robert Mwesigwa Rukari petitioned the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, protesting the manner in which he was arrested and sent to Luzira prison last week over an outstanding debt of about 702 million. The Member of Parliament in his petition claims the manner in which he was arrested was demeaning of him as a legislator, which high-handedness. He wants the anti-graft unit to investigate and punish those found culpable, is something that you need to know right there. So that is something I felt it is important that you should also be able to know. And another looming news that is coming through is that Museveni appoints new KCCA directors. That is something also that you need to know. I remember last week, but one, there were outcries from the members of the public about the actions and the manners in which the KCCA directors were managing the business of Kampala, capital city. So maybe because of those issues that were coming from the members of the public, that has really fronted the President Museveni to look into this matter. Now, the Auditor General's report of 2022, among others, revealed that KCCA had unutilized 13.5 billion, and the new directors and their deputies, whose details are yet to be officially disclosed, are expected to occupy the directorates of engineering and technical services, treasury services, and gender and community services, among others. President Museveni has appointed 6 new directors and their deputies to man different directorates at Kampala Capital City Authority. This publication, New Vision, has learned. A source close to the authority revealed that the Public Service Commission, chaired by Ms. Musoke Kabugoza, has already completed the recruitment process, and that is something that you need to know. The new directors and their deputies, whose details are yet to be officially disclosed, are expected to occupy the directorates of engineering, technical services, treasury services, and gender and community services, among others. It's something that you need to know. Now, the new development comes barely 2 weeks after Parliament's Committee on Commissions, Statutory Authority and Enterprises, COSASES, quizzed officials from KCCA over failure to utilize funds that had been allocated to hire health workers and teachers who are urgently needed in city health facilities and schools. Now, COSASES reactions were triggered by the Auditor General's report of 2022, which revealed that 13.5 billion meant to facilitate the recruitment of teachers and health workers by KCCA was returned to the consolidated fund during the 2021-2022 financial year. However, the KCCA team in its defense said the recruitment process was supposed to be spearheaded by the Education and Health Service Commissions. In addition, the delays were attributed to COVID-19 pandemic that paralyzed several activities due to lockdowns and restricted movement right there. So these are some of the news making rounds that you need to know. About the issue of the PMM girls, a teacher speaks out on lesbianism in school, and the teacher did say that the school is not practicing lesbianism as it is being claimed. So, dear viewer, you all need to know that what happened on 25th of December last year, where a UPDF soldier from Bondo Army Barracks shot dead a young gentleman. The public hearing, the court-martial hearing is today, and it is open to the members of the public, and we shall also be able to see how can we get the information right that side of Bondo about this particular court-martial, and we want to see whether the gentleman who shot dead the young gentleman would be court-martialed. We want to hear how many years will this person be sent to prison. My name is Dennis Origi. Thank you very much for being part of this particular program, the Kokoliriko Show. It's a show that comes your way every Monday through Friday right here on Western Television. We do have the programs that can really suit your purpose as well. So more programs will be following soon after this particular program. There are more of the programs that we always bring to your attention right on Western Television. I remain Dennis Oringi. May the good Lord continue to bless you and provide whatever you need in life. Good morning.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Miss Uganda 2023 finale. The wait is over. 470 contestants, 21 finalists, one big stage. Who will be the next beauty queen? The battle for the crown is on. This is the most beautiful showdown, the most unpredictable competition. Miss Uganda 2023 Grand Finale on March 18th, live on MATUA TV at 8 p.m. only on Star Times. Miss Uganda 2023, beauty beyond looks.